Hello. Hi. I hope you're well. I am really excited about this class. It's a mobility class, and it's something that I've been diving more and more into recently. So I'm super happy to share with you some thoughts that I have. And this type of mobility exercise. So what I really love about mobility is that it it combines flexibility and strength. And ultimately, we want to work that way with the body because that synchronizes the muscles, the fascia, the ligaments, the nerves, everything. Everything will work in a more optimal way when we do this at the same time. So we both work with strength and with stretch. And this specific technique, what we are going to do today, is called bouncing. And it's really small bounces. I am going to talk you through how to do it because you can do it and it kind of looks right, but it may be completely wrong. And then we won't get that effect that we really want to get out of the practice. These types of bounces are very common in martial arts. So this is how martial artists get really strong and flexible at the same time. And we are going today to focus on the lower part of the body, so the legs and the hips. So you need today, if you are planning to sit on the floor, you can also do this in a chair. But if you can be on the floor and have like at least you can have like a chair or like a yoga block or something to lift you up a bit if it's hard to come all the way down to the floor. I do recommend you to have at least a pillow or like fold a blanket or something to have something under your sitting bones. So we're going to come to the floor now and get ready. So let's start with one leg forward and one leg stretched out. Sorry, one leg stretched out and one leg bent. So this is like a Janusirsasana in yoga, where we put one foot toward the inside of the thigh. And I think it's really helpful, especially in the beginning of working like this, when we are not so used to the technique yet. Because one of the absolute foundations for this practice to be beneficial is to maintain a good posture. And I know that all of you already know everything about alignment in hypopressives, and we can apply exactly that here. So we can just become aware of the pelvis. Please touch your pelvis because it's making us more aware if we touch our bodies. And also just draw a line up toward the chest, toward the rib cage, and try to find your optimal alignment here. Then we also want to add that kind of lengthening in the spine. So just starting here, let's close our eyes and take 3 lateral breaths, because we can also use the lateral breathing to make the breath connection and the physical work in the body. Also, if you want to put your hands on your rib cage, please do. And then after your last exhale, you can open your eyes. And we want to be flexing this foot that is on the stretched leg. The other leg is completely relaxed. We're keeping this alignment in the upper body. And we are now going to do just kind of small bounces with the upper body. But the key here to really get the effect of these bounces is to activate this leg. So you want to flex the foot and you want to press your heel down and your whole leg down into the mat. And not too forceful, like not 110%, but kind of hard. Like it's going to be really strengthening and active, and really, like if I come and try to move your leg, I won't be able to move it at all. So you're really, really pushing down with the leg. You're having this nice tall spine. And as you progress in this type of work, you can do hundreds and hundreds of these bounces. We're going to start today with 50 in each position, because I assume it's new to most of you. So you can place your hands wherever you feel comfortable. If you have yoga blocks, also you can keep them on the sides. And then really lifting your heart, pressing the leg down, breathing deep into the lungs, so lateral breaths. And then you just go ahead and bounce. And it can be smaller bounces than this, or they can be bigger. They can be faster or slower. But we want to have a nice momentum. So like a nice, we don't want to be too slow. It's supposed to be good work for the leg as we're pressing it down and at the same time slowly folding. And we don't want to sit here. So we really want to be high up on those sitting bones. You want to fold forward just so that you feel you come to that kind of stop. And you want to work there with small bounce, like you're knocking on a door, like just slowly, softly. You can close your eyes. So when you're folding forward in the, like when you come as far as you can, you want to feel a stretching sensation and at the same time really work with your leg down. So strength in combination with flexibility, that is mobility. So now we're really working with the joints, the ligaments, the fascia, and the muscles. Good. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. You can just bend that knee, bend both knees, and then slowly do this movement to get some circulation. Okay, let's do the other side. So bending one leg, really finding this length, stretching one leg forward, flexing, and taking the foot down. So you press as much as you can without over forcing, but it's more than 50%, I would say. Finding this nice alignment, and you're also straight over the straight leg. So you're not here or in between. You're facing your foot. And then you come forward first. Find your kind of stop, and here you start to bounce. And it's not rocking the pelvis. It's not like coming all the way back and then forward. It's just really small bounces with a tall spine, a tall posture, activating that stretched leg. Closing your eyes and feeling that momentum. Breathing deep into the lungs. Good. So 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Leaning back or resting back, and then just do some more of this motion. So now we're going to do both of the legs, which can be harder for the brain to really focus on pressing down both legs and doing this bouncing at the same time. For me, I feel I need to be really alert. Otherwise, I find myself kind of resting with the legs and just doing the bounces. So I need to stay really, really present to get that activation of the legs and pressing down. So if you look at your knees, if you have pants, maybe you can take them up so you see your knees. You want to see that movement of activating the knees, the thighs rather. So when you activate the thighs and press down the legs, the knees will move and kind of get locked. You want that to happen. Okay, now lengthening, finding that tall spine, and then pressing down the legs. 50 bounces here. Breathing in a relaxed way, really filling up the lungs to the bottom all the way. Taking the chin back slightly, just as in hypopressives. So we're not also collapsing in the upper back or the neck. We want to keep our chest high and press your legs down. Activate your thighs, your knees. Good. Few more. So lifting your heart, relaxing your jaw. And now 10 more. Pressing the legs down and bouncing with a straight, nice posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. You can just lean back a little bit and take your feet and heel or your toes, sorry, from side to side. Good. Okay, so now we are going to do another variation. So we're going to try to separate the feet as much as we can, but still keeping a nice tall posture. That's the most important thing. You don't need to open like as wide as you possibly can. Especially if you have never done this before, it may be better for you to keep your legs closer, but still, of course, feel a little challenge. So this is probably not like that would be similar to what we just did. So try to keep them open in a nice position. And from here, again, finding the posture. Now, really working with the legs down. So activate your thighs. I think you almost can see my thighs activating here. I want to keep them like this all the time, not like this. Activating, yes. And lifting from the sitting bones. The top of the head is growing toward the sky. And now finding, so if this is really hard, you can come up higher. If you feel you're here, this is not gonna, like, not much will happen. Then it's better you come up higher on a yoga block, on a small chair or something like that, so that you can really sit with a nice posture and even lean forward just a tiny bit with a nice posture. And from here, you find that stop. When you feel you come here, it stops, and you kind of want to do this to come further. You don't do that. You just stop there and you work with the bounces, activating the legs. Good. Let's do 50 now. So many mosquitoes today. Usually it's not. So I was surprised. Okay, deep breaths. So you can think lateral breaths, really lifting from the sitting bones all the way up high. And you can do faster, smaller, or you can do more gentler, slower, bigger. Not too big though, not like this. fascia loves bouncing, rocking, like tapping. It's not a coincidence that we rock our babies because it's so calming for the fascia and the nervous system. And this is 2. Good, 20 more. Activating the legs, pressing the heels down, lifting the top of the head, but also your heart toward your chin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay. Nice, well done. We're gonna lay down in a pigeon pose now to work more toward the back toward the bum. So if you need pillows to support yourself, please take as many as you wish, or yoga blocks, or anything to give yourself support. Then we're gonna come forward with one leg and take your pelvis back toward the back foot as much as you can so that you start to feel a stretch here on the upper thigh. And now we don't want to be like this. We want to have parallel hips. So this is where you could use a pillow under the bent knee, the glute on the bent knee. And also, if you want to challenge yourself, you can lift the foot away from the hip on the front side. So now we want to be flexing both feet, and we want to start to press the back leg, the back foot into the floor so that we lift up the back knee. We want to press the lower leg of the front leg forward. And then either if you need to stay on your hands, you can do that. I think it's easier to do this on the elbows if that is possible for you to get into that position. And now we're gonna rock back and forth. So when we come back, we're also gonna come down just slightly. And you should feel a stretch and an activation both in your legs and around your pelvis here. So let's do 50 together, closing the eyes, breathing deeply into your lungs. And I can already feel the activation in my legs. They're getting tired. We haven't done that many yet. But I can also feel the stretching. And if you don't feel the stretching, please glide further back with the back foot. And maybe you do smaller bounces. So you need to experiment here. And the activation that we're doing is we're pressing down the feet and the front leg into the mat. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Let's do the other side. So just switching legs if you want to do that via a downward facing dog, you can, or just all fours. And then you take your position. Now you know what to do already. So parallel hips, hooking the toes, lifting the upper leg off the mat, coming down. And you can also, of course, use pillows here if the floor is far away. And then slowly starting to rock and bounce. Deep breaths, if possible. Sometimes it's too much to coordinate when you're trying something new and you're supposed to take deep breaths at the same time. So I would go for prioritizing the technique, making sure you're activating and stretching in every exercise. And then when you have that, you can add the breathing and maybe even optimizing. So maybe you want to take your back foot further back or place your front leg in a different position. Really nice. So let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Great job. I hope you felt that in your legs. I did, certainly. And yeah, you can take some rest now, of course. Just lay that back down, maybe in Shavasana, for the body to integrate. Or maybe you are up for doing some hypopressives. So thank you so much for joining today. Hope to see you soon again. Bye-bye.